And the Rockets win the tip. They'll have it to start the fourth also. Stevie Francis, last game, did not shoot an awful lot. He had a headache, and there's Kenny Thomas taking it to the basket and drawing the foul. Had one of those migraines, and he shook it off and played. He said he feels a lot better tonight.
It's interesting right off the bat that they go inside, which is the smart thing to do, of course, with Kenny Thomas. But, you know, you have a matchup of Iverson going to be trying to guard Steve Francis. I would immediately try to get Iverson into foul trouble.
Mm-hmm. Well, they got one on Derek Coleman. That's his first, as Kenny Thomas will be at the line. Kenny having a career season, coming off a 15.4 rebound performance and 4 assists Saturday against Denver. He's averaging over 13 points and 7 rebounds a game.
That's not bad being secondary.
No.
You're not the main.
But he's only 68% from the free throw line. That's something he'd like to work on. Cato gets the offensive rebound, so the Rockets keep the ball. There's Snow now on Francis. Stevie back outside. They'll swing it around to the Cat. Nice pass to Cato. Missed it. I don't know if Mutombo made him change it or what.
Well, they're not going to call many fouls on Mutombo trying to block the shot.
Iverson puts it up and misses. He'll average anywhere from 20, 25, 26 shots a game, depending on how the flow is going. And a foul on Kenny Thomas.
And you know he's going to get about 10, 11 free throws.
Yep.
And you don't get foul shots, you can go to the foul line unless you were shooting the ball.
Iverson will go to the line a lot for a little guy. There's Coleman bumping off Kenny Thomas.
Bill, we talked about it before the broadcast. Coleman could have been one of the best to play this game.
Oh, he was something coming out of Syracuse.
Yes, sir. He had all the tools. He still has game, by the way.
He's in his 12th year, and maybe it looks as good. There's Stevie with a great crossover.
No, don't. Steve, it's no time to get fancy early.
Mobley with a 3 from the corner.
So you can save all the jazz for the second half and you're up by 15. If you have a chance to penetrate to that basket, stop, score, all that lob is not going to happen with Mutombo around that basket.
That's a good point, but he covers up a lot of those mistakes you make.
Stop and pop.
Harper going inside. Did he touch the ball? No, Cato got it. Stevie will bring it up. Nice pass to Walt Williams, cutting inside for the slam. Boy, basketball, Calvin's all about angles, and he really saw Walt on a nice angle there.
But the first thing he realized was that defense ran back with their backs to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So he was able to make that kind of a pass.
Good point. Coleman out high.
I notice they're going to try to keep Steve in the defensive flow.
Mutombo's been down in the lane about as long as it took us to get to the arena, but they didn't whistle anything, and Stevie will bring it up. Just kind of planted in there, waited for the pass.
Oh, you saying he's in there for a few minutes?
All right, Francis puts it up, and he misses. And the rebound to Matt Harpering. This is a Sixers team that went to the NBA Finals last year with Tyrone Hill and George Lynch playing at the forward positions. They were very physical, and the chemistry was good. And then in the offseason, they traded them away and got a little bigger with Coleman and Harpering. They thought they were going to get more offense, but the chemistry hasn't kicked in yet. That chemistry is an awfully fine thing, isn't it?
It's very important to understand what chemistry is all about.
Stevie with a miss. Kenny Thomas had the ball off his arm, and it belongs to the Sixers.
Well, I'm telling you, if the Rockets could recognize one thing tonight, they could score it well. To stop and pop. They get inside the defense with ease. But Mutombo is standing near that basket, and everybody's so expecting him to block the shot that nobody's worried about the 10-foot jump shot. That's where the game should be played tonight, Bill.
He's averaging right under 3 a game. Nice pickup on Iverson. Turns, fires, and misses, and Coleman jumped too soon. Walt Williams will stop. And he misses, and Mutombo will give it up to Iverson.
The adrenaline's flowing, bro. Everybody's a little quicker than what they want to be right now.
Iverson says, I'm the answer, what's the question? And Cato says, I got it right here with the miss. Francis got real fancy and lost the ball. It's almost too quick for himself, wasn't it? Iverson reversal for 2. That's the first field goal now for Iverson in his first 5 shots.
If the Rockets can slow down just a tad bit and get more ball movement, they can get any kind of shot they want.
Mobley on the post up with a miss, and Coleman. Iverson threw a little body. And the foul is called on Cuttino Mobley.
Now, see, it's tough guarding someone like Iverson. Obviously, he's very talented, but he has the green light. And he's going to create a lot of action. He's going to create a lot of body motion. And that gets you into foul trouble.
Iverson and Mobley again now. Mobley, he has to fire it up over Mobley and hit.
Well, the thing about Iverson, you're not going to stop him from scoring. What you want to do, you want to cut his effectiveness. If he scores 25 points, but it takes him 25 shots, you've done your job.
Well, the Rockets now have missed the last 5 shot attempts. They need to get a good look at the basket right now, and that's a pretty good look. As Francis gives a nice pass right to the top of the rim.
But Kelvin Cato did a nice job of setting that pick and then rolling to the basket. The defense, they're not going to really be concerned about Kelvin because he's really not involved in the offense. So if he stays in motion, he can get a lot of easy baskets.
Snow trying to give it to Coleman. Kenny Thomas did a good job of pushing Coleman out a little further than he wanted to be, and Thomas steals the pass. Now Coleman's a pretty nifty passer, so that was a good job by Kenny. There's a steal, and there's the leading steal theft man in the NBA. Iverson all the way to the hoop for 2. Iverson leads the NBA in scoring and in steals per game. He averages almost 3 a game.
That's a lot of steals.
Yep. Of course, he'll gamble a lot. You can beat him sometimes. He's not a great one-on-one defender per se. But
shoot the ball, Kenny. They gave you a great shot.
Threw it right to Harpering.
You can't hesitate. This defense is not that strong.
Iverson behind the back and up and in. And Rudy wants a timeout. The Rockets ice cold here in the early going. Both teams under 500, and both teams did not think they'd be there at this time of the season. But the injuries have hurt both of them. Walt with a miss. Kenny Thomas puts it back up and in.
You know, Kenny Thomas can really be an unsung hero because everybody is concerned about the Cuttino Mobleys and the Steve Francis, and then, of course, with Eddie's on the floor. But if you play Kenny Thomas one-on-one, he's going to get the best of that matchup. He has that kind of talent.
Coleman, shot clock down to 5 seconds now, down to 4, down to 3. Iverson with a corkscrew move, and Walt Williams with a nifty rebound gets it up ahead to Steve.
I don't see the aggressiveness I want to see from Steve scoring.
Whoa, that may be the reason he tried to get aggressive.
We're not talking about going to the basket.
And Mount Mutombo sent it the other way. We have a foul on Houston.
Steve had a 10-foot jump shot that he passed on to try to take the ball to the basket of Mutombo. That's not going to happen.
It didn't.
Stop and pop.
So Allen Iverson now will be at the line. Allen has 9 of their first 12 shots.
9 of their first 12. Mm-hmm. Those are my kind of numbers.
He's got the ultra green light.
And I ain't mad at him either.
Well, he missed 7 games earlier in the year due to injury, and the Sixers went 0-7 in those games. Does that sound familiar? They went 1-16 when Steve missed. This is the 90th straight game now that Iverson has been in double figures. He's already there with 10 points. Stevie, a little pass to Cato for 2. Iverson has the last 10 points by the Sixers. They have only 12.
I love that.
Now they're going to go down to Mutombo. Jump hook. Missed it. And Kenny Thomas with the rebound. Giving it up to Steve. 4:44 left to play in the first quarter. Double team goes with Steve, so he swings it to the weak side. Walt Williams gets a good look and misses.
As soon as you shoot, you got to be very careful that you have good defensive rotation because they're going to try to run.
Nowhere for Mutombo to go. Eric Snow puts it up short. Harpering with good hustle, but Mobley gets the ball. Stevie and Snow.
There's the shot you want. That's all right. That's the shot you want. You can get that kind of, you can get a quick shot anytime you want from the three-point line. Take them in around the middle distance, stop and make something happen.
Steve 0 for 4 to start the game. Down to Mutombo now. Got it inside, no place to go, and a foul is whistled on Houston. It's called on Walt Williams, and that will be the second foul of the game on Walt.
Where's Eddie? Where's Eddie?
He's about to enter.
Nope, they're not going to go to Eddie yet. Maybe Eddie's going back up Cato.
So Terrence Morris will get some early minutes. Dikembe Mutombo. There you see as Derek or McKee will check in, and Morris.
Now you're bringing in a big guard in McKee. He can post.
Mutombo blocked 8 shots in a quarter earlier this year in Chicago.
1 quarter.
1 quarter he blocked 8 shots. Tied an NBA record. So McKee now, they're going to put those guards in and out just to put a little pressure and make Steve work a little harder. He'll put up the 3, short. So he couldn't miss in Salt Lake City, but he's having trouble finding the basket, and Harpering runs the court and gets an easy layup.
But notice what the Sixers' game plan is. As soon as the Rockets shoot, they're going to force the action. They're going to take it 94 feet, and they're going to make something happen. They're going to gamble on maybe getting an offensive foul to take the ball to the basket.
Rockets shooting only 33%. We have a defensive violation on Mutombo. So Mobley will put it up. These two teams, the Rockets 24th in the league in scoring at 90 points a game.
You know, the Rockets are going back to the old habit of shooting the ball and leaving the line. There's too much motion, and this is why they're missing the foul shots again.
So Eddie Griffin now will come in for Kelvin Cato.
Who did a fine job, by the way, while he was in there early.
Cato had 4 points and 3 rebounds. Francis back to Kinney. Had plenty of time to set, and he hits.
Notice how the defense is they're inviting the Rockets to take the perimeter shot. They're packing it in.
Well, certain players.
Well, if they're going to back off of Kinney, that's not going to hurt the Rockets any.
Iverson going to his right. Missed it. And Eddie Griffin made him change that shot and then got the rebound.
Yeah. You've seen him play before, huh?
No, he's got the quickness, doesn't he?
You're seeing the same game I'm seeing.
Stevie back outside now. Kinney's open again, and Kinney misses this time, and the ball is tipped by Mutombo. McKee cross-court pass. Iverson lost it off his foot. Timeout charge to the Sixers with 2.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
You're right, Bill. They're going to be sending guards in to keep Steve busy all night long.
Mobley taking it up into Mount Mutombo, and he climbs it.
You got to remember now, Cat uses his body as well as anybody going to that basket to protect the ball. And he leaps so quickly, too.
Backdoor to Iverson. Had to change the shot because Eddie Griffin got right up in his face. Unfortunately, the Rockets knock it out of bounds. Watch Griffin.
They know his reputation of being a shot blocker.
2 minutes.
Iverson right up through the middle and puts it up and in. You know, Calvin, he really looks small up close, but he's wiry and he's very strong, and he plays inside more than any other guard in the league, doesn't he, Iverson?
He played similar to the way I did, Bill, when I was in the game. He was able to get inside the defense and do some things because he's stronger than what he appears.
Oh, tip in by Terrence Morris.
He goes at about 165 pounds. That's real small for an NBA guard that does the scoring that he does, especially that he takes the ball to the basket so often.
He played the final parts of last season in a lot of pain. And nice play by Morris, knocking it out of bounds, 9 on the shot clock.
Yeah, now his size has allowed him to be bruised up quite a bit, going into the pit a lot.
He had surgery in the offseason on that elbow. Speedy Claxton in the game. You see why they call him Speedy. Got to that basket in a hurry, didn't he?
Yeah, I would say that. But you got to play
rookie.
You got to play a little better defense than that. If you know that's his game, using speed going to the basket, back up and invite the perimeter.
Stevie puts it up and he misses again. So Steve Francis, we're having trouble finding the basket here. He's 0 for 6.
Yeah, but once he makes a couple of baskets, the rim will open up for him.
Iverson on the drive. Griffin erases it. And a foul is called on Houston. It's on Steve Francis.
All right, because I knew that was a good block shot on the part of Eddie. Let's watch it again. Okay, now my question is, where's the foul?
I don't know, Murph. The Rockets, Rockets are 0 for 3 from the line, and the Sixers are 5 of 5. Look who's checking in. Old man Rivers back. Derek McKee making his first appearance of the season. He was working out in Indiana. He had a lot of leg problems, especially with that calf. Larry Brown had him, excuse me, Murph, but Larry Brown had him in Indiana, wanted him here, so they signed him yesterday and activated him today.
You know, I was teasing before the game. I told him, look, get me 10 days. You're 2 days younger than I am.
Yeah, but he wins everywhere he goes. Derek McKee out of Alabama. Started in Seattle. Stevie says, I can't get one to go, but did Kenny Thomas tip that in? I think so. $16 seconds left. Just about same amount of time on the shot clock and the game clock. Iverson lets it go down to 4 seconds. Well, it didn't look like Claxton wanted to take that shot. He did at the last minute and it went in. Philly wins the first quarter 24-19. Let's take a look at our Ford fact. And the fact is, it's homecoming for Cuttino Mobley and Eddie Griffin. Those are the high schools they went to here in Philadelphia. In fact, Eddie tonight took a youngster out of one of the Philadelphia schools and brought he and his family to the game, paid for everything tonight for the young man. That kid was beaming before the game.
Yeah, he was talking like they're teasing us, huh?
Yep.
Oh, he thinks he's in heaven right now.
Biggest lead of the game now for the Sixers as McKee scored. Moochie Norris in the game. It'll be Moochie, Steve, Cuttino, Griffin, and Terrence Morris. Eddie puts it up short. Rockets going cold, and Terrence Morris has been a ball hawk here tonight, but he put it on the floor where the little bitty guards could get it. And Moochie lost it.
Somebody just put some grease on that ball, Bill.
All that work.
They better open their hands or whatever they got on them fingers, get it off.
That's the 4th turnover for Houston. 3 turnovers for the Sixers. Speedy Claxton is open. Nice release.
Well, I'll tell you what.
He was drafted last year, remember? He hurt his knee in preseason and did not play, so this is really his rookie campaign. It is really his 2nd year in the league.
Tell you what, that's a nice shot he has, Bill.
Yep.
That's not accidental. Take him to the basket, Steve. Make him play some defense. Now, Steve never even looks at the basket.
No, he's wide open.
Never looks at the basket.
Cuttino will look at it, and he hits his 2nd 3 of the game. So
Never look at
Cuttino
the basket.
Mobley with 8 points. 28-22, Sixers. Iverson has 14 points on 12 shots. McKee, air ball. Kelly's been out a little while.
Yeah. You're very kind with that statement.
12 on the shot clock for Houston. Rockets better get it going towards the basket. They got 2 seconds left. They don't have time. Mobley got it off, but not in time. A 24-second violation on the Rockets. That's the 5th Houston turnover.
Now that's inexcusable, Bill. You got 3 guards on the floor. Somebody's got to have presence of mind to understand what's on that shot clock.
Well, that's a good point. There are 3 guards out there. So it's not like you have a bumbling, fumbling team. This is a 5 of ball handlers, and Iverson gets 2 more. He has 16.
Notice where Iverson's taking all his shots from. Around the foul line and in.
8-point Philly lead. Stevie working on McKee, and he's short again. Francis, really, this is as off as I've seen Steve ever.
He doesn't seem as though he wants to shoot the ball. There's the difference.
Iverson with the miss. Griffin getting it out to the cat. He'll fire it up again, and Coutinho Mobley brought his A game tonight. Mobley now with 11 points.
Boy, good thing he did bring his A game right now. The Rockets, everybody else is struggling.
Iverson to the middle, little fadeaway for 2 more.
Well, I tell you what, even though I don't want to see Iverson have a big game, I like the way he's playing the game.
Well, he's already had a big game. He's got 18.
But where's he getting them from? Well, we always talk about every night he's playing middle distance basketball, 15 feet, where the defense don't want to play.
Moochie got it under McKee for 2. One of the best finishers in the game, Moochie Norris. He can worm his way into that lane and get up and in. Corey Blunt's in there along with McKee now, and there's Iverson again. So he's heated up. Iverson 8 for 16. He's taken 16 shots for 20 points. And Rudy wants to talk it over.
It's interesting to look at the scoring, Bill. It's almost dead even with scoring in the paint tonight so far. The difference is obviously Iverson from the perimeter.
Oscar Torres up and in.
Woo! It'd be good to see him get back on stride, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just to let the game come to him. He's been a little impatient lately because he hasn't gotten as many minutes. We know he can play. Iverson gets open again. This time he misses. And Moochie will bring it up. Tino with a big step to the middle, and he had it blocked. Better have a plan when you go in that paint on these guys.
Yeah, somebody's going to come at you.
Almost a steal on Iverson.
You're going to have to start making Iverson do with the ball.
Tried to go behind his back, and Moochie said no deal. 9 seconds on the shot clock. And Speedy Claxton now will check in for Allen Iverson. Iverson goes out 17 minutes. He had 20 points, 8 of 17 from the field. He's got 17 shots, and we still have 7 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Harpring fell down, got it back out to McKee. And with 1 second on the shot clock, Eric Snow puts it up and in.
You know, the one thing that Philly does well, they space themselves out. They got a lot of shooters, so they space themselves out. So when the defense tries to stop one, they got ball movement.
7-point Philly lead, 6:50 left to play in the quarter. Mobley got a step, drew the foul, he'll shoot 2. Now the Rockets still looking for their first free throw.
Well, here it is.
Rockets as a team number 17 in the league at just over 74% from the free throw line. The Sixers are number 9 in the NBA at 77%. Mobley, however, is right up at the top with 83% from the line. Coutinho and Francis almost in a dead heat for the best free throw shooters on the team, as both right at 82%. Mobley just a little bit higher than Steve, but he's missed 2 here tonight.
You know, with this kind of
He's a
game,
little pumped up.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. With this kind of a game with the adrenaline flowing, you need to just calm down just a tad bit. Because when that adrenaline's flowing, you're awful strong.
McKee taking it in, missed it, tipped up and in.
Now Eddie has done his job inside, making them miss the shot. Now the Rockets have got to come up with the rebound.
Aaron McKee played his college ball here in Philadelphia. Went up to Portland and got back here to Philly. And Eddie Griffin fills it up.
Folks, I want you to watch a mature young man. He made the shot, he did his job. You don't see any antics that you usually see a young player does. He's just simply all about business.
Over the last 10 games, Eddie Griffin averaging 17 points and 9 rebounds, along with 3 blocks. And there's another one. Claxton comes up with it. That Speedy Claxton's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, he should, because he got on mine a long time ago.
4 for 4 from the field, off the bench for 8 points.
And it's important that you remember that he's off the bench, so those are added points from the reserves.
And a foul on Corey Blunt.
And every game would be sold out. You can have 5 college games in one night, and they're all sold out.
Kenny Thomas is 6 for 7 from the field now. He has 12 points as Mutombo and Coleman and Iverson will check back in. And I think Larry Brown getting a little nervous now. The Rockets have closed within 3 points. So he wants to get his starters back in the game. I'd leave that Claxton in, though. He hasn't missed anything. But he's going out. Thank you.
Why don't you send Coach Brown a note and say Claxton was talking about you. He don't like your coaching style. Maybe he'll bench him for the night.
I'll tell him at halftime. Well, what's new? Larry hears that from Iverson every day. Coleman takes it down that baseline. Good defense by Houston, and he got it up and in, and he just beat the buzzer on the shot clock.
Now, Coleman's a big forward. Strong. Yeah, strong, big, has long arms, and he's left-handed too, Bill. You know what we say about left-handed shooters?
Rockets have made 4 in a row now. They've made 7 of their last 8. Bucci with a great fake. He got Snow in the air, and a foul is whistled. Eric Snow didn't think so. Snow played his basketball at Michigan State with Kevin Willis. And you know, Jim Boylan was there too, the Rockets assistant coach. So a little Michigan State connection there. Bucci giving it up. Boy, that was in heavy traffic. That's a tough pass. Big man trying to slice through that lane.
Now you got to match up quickly. They do as good a job as any team in the league, getting down and spreading the floor and moving that ball.
Taking it down deep to Mutombo. Up and in. Now the Rockets don't have a 7-footer to combat Mutombo right now. Griffin was trying to claw at him at 6'10".
Well, they got Griffin out of position. He didn't have time to get over there.
Stevie being chased by the whole city of Philadelphia. Kenny Thomas gets it right where he likes it, missed it, tipped up and in. Eddie Griffin got it. He's the garbage man tonight, isn't he, Murph? He's just kind of hanging around that rim, getting a lot of action.
Well, they're not giving him any respect to worry about him, it seems like, because they're rotating off of him.
Iverson puts up a knuckleball. It hits the shot clock.
There's going to be a lot of tension also.
Rockets
I'm starting to see that rivalry starting to build up again.
Yeah. Nice pass to Kenny Thomas. Got it. Sweet roll, and Kenny's hit 7 of his last 8 shots.
Didn't Mutombo use his head for a block shot?
Looked like it, and the Rockets have closed to within 3. Two minutes left to play. Good pickup on Iverson, but that leaves Claxton, and he missed his first shot. Ball tipped away, and Oscar Torres has it. Rockets set up the offense now. Eddie Griffin all alone, and he ties it up from behind the line. Eddie Griffin with another 3.
Smooth Eddie.
Ooh, he's something. Can you believe he's only 19 years old? He won't be 20 till May.
Oh, boy. I like making the statement. Wait till he learns how to play basketball.
That's right. I think he knows enough. Of course, he set all kind of high school records here in Philadelphia before going to Seton Hall for 1 year.
Let's go back to Eddie's bucket. I mean, now watch, when the ball comes right to the corner, there's no hesitancy. He sees the defense is not rotating onto him, so he just puts the ball up with ease.
The last 10 games, Calvin, he's shooting 46% from the three-point line. Eddie Griffin is.
43%?
Yeah.
From the three-point line.
And 50% overall in the last 10 games. And he's 6'10". They covered him up that time. Rockets still with plenty of time. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Take it to the basket on the Steve.
Back out to Eddie. He puts it up, got it again.
Welcome home, Eddie Griffin.
3 3-pointers for Eddie Griffin in the second quarter. And the Rockets have taken the lead. Claxton goes down the baseline, giving it up to Iverson. Short. And the rebound to Kenny Thomas.
Now play the clock.
So Eddie Griffin now with 11 points in this quarter on 3 3-pointers. And the Rockets have turned this thing completely around to lead by 3. Rockets on a 10-0 run right now. 4 on the shot clock, down to 3. Mucci got it up, missed it, tipped up and in by Stevie Franchise. And he gets his first basket of the game. The Rockets are on a 12-0 run. They've scored 32 points in the quarter. Coleman for a 3. He misses, and Eddie Griffin with a rebound. And he holds on to it, and what a run by Houston. 14 for Kenny Thomas, 12 for Coutinho Mobley, and 11 for Eddie Griffin. Iverson gets open. Cato did a great job of coming out and getting right in his face, and he made it anyway.
But that's the kind of defense you got to play. We criticized him one game, I think it was the Utah game, for not coming out off that pick. He did that time. Unfortunately, Iverson made a great shot.
Walt Williams, Cato did a good job of getting Mutombo right on his hip and boxed him out, and Cato will get 2 free throws.
Now, Mutombo can't be complaining about that foul.
Yes, he can complain. He can complain, actually, Murphy and Calvin, in 4 different languages.
Can he?
Yes.
And he'd be wrong in all 4 of them.
Mm-hmm. That time. Now, the Rockets are 1 for 5 from the free throw line. You need to get out there and coach him.
You got to do something, because you can't win a game and you don't finish off that play. If you get fouled and you miss the foul shot, you didn't finish.
Cato, 59%. If he can make this one here, he might be able to sneak up into that 60% range. And he got it. He's got a good release, good form. Sometimes just shoots a little hard.
Cato. If Calvin keeps his confidence up, Calvin is not a bad ball player, folks. Mm-hmm. This young man has some tools. He's got to work hard to get his game on the level of what people expect of him. But he's got to keep his confidence going. He's playing excellent basketball. Good
anticipation by Kenny Thomas. He's able to sneak in and get the steal. Stevie going to the basket. Cato gets it right back out to Walt. Boy, that's heads up by Cato. He got that ball right back out to the Wizard. And you know the Wizard's ready to shoot. He comes out of the locker room ready to shoot. Yeah.
But Kelvin Cato had heads up basketball again. I'm not his agent, but I'm telling you, the man's playing good ball.
Iverson puts it up, misses, and the rebound goes to Houston. Rockets now trying to build on their biggest lead of the game. Walt Williams, nice little reversal, and goaltending is called on Mutombo. Kenny Thomas gets the basket. He has 16 points.
Now credit Walt for pushing the ball down in the middle of the floor, forcing the defense to have to make a decision. When Mutombo committed himself, you were able to get the ball over to Kenny Thomas, finish off the play. Good offensive set.
Rockets 9-point lead, their biggest of the game. Coleman muscles in, and good job by Kenny Thomas. Stevie brings it up. They don't stop the ball. He's fouled. Oh, he shouldn't have passed it. When you hear that whistle, Steve, put the ball up to the basket.
Even if you don't hear the whistle, make believe you did.
So he would have had 2 free throws there. This time it'll be a foul on Snow. That's his second. That's also the second team foul on Philly here early in the quarter. Whistle away from the ball. And an offensive foul is called on Walt Williams.
Yeah, Dick Pavetta was watching Walt the whole way. He was waiting to make the call.
Yeah, the officials tonight, James Capers, Dick Pavetta, and Derek Richardson. Richardson, Pavetta, and Capers the officials, and they're doing a fine job because we haven't even mentioned it. But we always mention Pavetta because he brings us cookies.
Right, but Capers' dad was a great official in the league for years.
Harpering puts it up and in. Matt Harpering, maybe one of the better pure shooters in the NBA. He can shoot lights out. Mobley with a little fake on Iverson, taking it to the basket, draws the foul. He'll shoot two. Foul is called on Mutombo, his second. He gets the Calvin Murphy look on his face.
Well, he should have the Calvin Murphy look on his face because Allen Iverson fouled Coutinho going to the basket. Here's the foul right there. And they call the foul on Mutombo. See, Allen Iverson fouled him first.
Well, does that mean he gets 4 free throws?
No, it means he's lucky he got 2.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
They let them play a little more this year, and I like it.
Sure. You don't want to be here for 5 hours with all the fouls that are called in the NBA because you can make a call on every play that goes down the floor.
Tino got them both. The Rockets now have made 4 free throws in a row, so that gets a little streak going now. 5 of 9.
And the Rockets are ahead by 9 right now.
Equals the largest lead of the game for Houston. Coleman muscles it in. Kenny Thomas with great defense again. Cato out to Steve. Steve to Mobley. Mobley puts it up and draws the foul. Look how aggressive the Rockets are coming out in this third quarter.
Well, when Steve passed us before the third quarter started, I said to Steve, you got to be aggressive. You didn't seem to me as though you were looking to take a shot.
You're going to take credit.
No. I'm taking credit for telling Steve what is right. Individually, you've got to be aggressive so collectively you can make things happen. So everybody is playing strong defense and they're pushing the ball down, making the defense make a decision. Now, if I'm going to take the credit for it, I'm taking the credit.
I think you just did.
All right, then. I know what I'm talking about. I've been around here a couple of days. This ain't no pee-wee football league. This is professional basketball.
Well, we just heard Speedy Claxton is still in the locker room. He has an injured elbow. And he has not come out, and we don't know whether he'll be out for the game or not. But that's now the biggest lead of the game, and Philadelphia, Larry Brown wants to talk it over. The Rockets have a little run going now.
Now, they've gotten 17 points coming off the bench collectively. That's not bad productivity.
Iverson back outside to Eric Snow. Shoots it from the elbow for 2. The Rockets ended that second quarter, Calvin, on a 12-0 run. They start the third quarter on a 9-6 run. So they're trying to keep the heat up. Stevie draws a double team. That leaves Coutinho wide open, and he hits. If they're going to continue to chase Steve Francis, he's doing the right thing, isn't he?
He's not trying to force the issue. He's not trying to compete against anybody. He's staying within the flow of the offense. That's good.
He only has 2 points, but he's not impatient.
No, but the Rockets are up by 10.
Harpering fills it up.
Well, you're going to start giving him a little more look-see when the ball's being rotated. You have Walt Williams, who's assigned to him, backing off, trying to support defensively. He may have to stay at home a little bit to keep him from getting involved offensively like he has the last couple of shots.
Stevie takes it to the middle. Put it up, missed it. Tried to go get it. He does. Tries to save it, and Snow comes away with it.
Was that a lob or a shot?
Don't know. I think he got caught in midair. Iverson up and in. Iverson now with 24 points. But the Rockets built that lead. The Sixers come back with 4 points in a row. Kenny Thomas and Derek Coleman. Great 360. Back out to the Wizard for a 3, short. And Steve knocked it out of bounds. Well, the Rockets were getting it inside, being aggressive. Now they've
Mutombo was out
outside shots.
Mutombo was out of the game at that time.
Yeah, good point.
That's good defense. That's good defense.
Traveling called on Iverson.
Great defense. When he came off that pick, he faced Kenny twice. That's great defense. That's what we talk about. If you're going to have a pick set for you, who's ever guarding that pick has got to jump out and not allow him to get free.
Walt Williams with a great pass to Cato, and he's grabbed by Harpering. Or Coleman. That's the second foul on Coleman. And that's the 15th foul now on the Sixers. The Rockets have not committed a foul yet. Speedy Claxton had a right elbow contusion is what they're calling it, and he will return, they say. And Iverson is still arguing
on one play
with Derek Richardson.
As many times as they've given him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, the Rockets just pitiful from the free throw line tonight. 6 of 12 for only 50%. Well, if this is a close game, they're going to look at those free throws and wish they'd made a few more of them. Cato now with 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Now Iverson's going to take the next couple of shots. He's pissed off.
He is?
He's angry. Now you can be assured he was arguing about that one call for the last 5 minutes to be official. So he's going to make a point. He's going to make a.
Now Murph, I know this is cable, but
I know.
Stevie back to Walt.
Oh, Walt, shoot the ball.
And a charging foul on Kenny Thomas.
Now Walt put Kenny in that position. Defensively, the defense has shifted over, and he threw the ball right to where the defense shifted. What are you laughing at? I'm analyzing the game.
Yeah, you analyze it with a little more flavor than some of the others.
Right here. The defense is out of position. Right there. He should have come this way, and now what happens is he throws the ball in. Right here, the shot should have been taken right here. The defense got right into the path.
McKee with a miss. And Steve will bring it up.
You see, I have a little flavor to my analysis.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, a little more color than probably some people would. Kenny Thomas.
See, he should have taken that shot again.
Well, now he's got a small man on him, though. I think he did the right thing, Calvin. He had a mismatch with McKee.
I don't know. You know, you still have them coming down to support. When you have a 10-foot shot, as well as he can shoot the ball, I think he should take it.
Yeah, but that bails McKee out. I think he took him to the basket where he knew he could, 100% he could get the shot.
Say 100%?
100%. McKee can't stop Kenny Thomas. That pass knocked out of bounds by the Sixers.
No. It went off of Kelvin Cato's head.
I'm sorry. Maybe Did he feel it?
Oh, yeah. That was a good pass.
65-58. Eric Snow got inside and a foul on Steve.
You know, the one thing both teams have done well offensively, they're taking the weak side completely away from the help defensively by spreading the floor.
Eric Snow's had a lot of tough luck over the last couple of seasons. He missed 32 games with a right ankle fracture last season. He had surgery, and then this year he broke his left thumb and had to sit out, put him on the injured list. Missed 21 games with that injury. Just came back last week.
Well, I say that's truly bad luck there.
Yeah, and he's a big part of the chemistry you talk about with this team, because with Iverson, you got to have somebody to do the dirty work, and Snow's the guy. He and McKee, they do the dirty work. Oh, good pick.
Nice pick set by Kelvin Cato.
Good play run by the Rockets.
Got rid of McKee. Yeah, it wasn't McKee got rid of. Yes, it was. It was McKee that was guarding him. Took him completely out of the play.
Back to an 8-point lead by Houston. 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Iverson to the basket, swatted away by the Wizards. Still 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Eric Snow trying to find a shot. Can't do it. Now he gets it up. Boy, great defense by the Rockets.
Great support defense. Nobody's guarding the man there side who's ever open is who they're matching up against.
Now Stevie will put it up.
There you go,
Benny
Big Steve. He's back in the house.
Steve Francis with 4 points. They've been doubling and tripling him all night. 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Rockets have upped the lead to 10 again. Iverson squirms inside, draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Don't pick him up. Let them pick him up.
You can tell Calvin's from the old school.
Hey,
I'll be your friend after the game.
After the game, this is a war. The Rockets need some victories. Don't pamper the star. Goodness gracious.
Calvin, of course, working off of his.
I'm on a sugar high today, Bill.
He took his.
I'm on a sugar high.
You took out your little analyzing book and found a word that we haven't heard here in quite a while.
What word was that, Bill?
I don't know. I'm not going to.
TT?
Oh, no, Murph, don't go there. Don't go there. Bringing a little street talk to our fans here on Fox Sports Net.
It's called ghetto vernacular.
Walt Williams with his 4th foul now will have to come out of the game. I'll tell you, though, there's probably somebody about half snoozing at home, you know.
I woke him right up.
Yeah, he woke him up. Mabel, did he say what? He say what I thought?
Mabel.
Oh, yeah.
Maybelline.
Cato, Catino putting it up to Cato. Fresh shot clock. Francis working outside on McKee. Puts up the jumper and fills it up.
There you go.
And now Stevie's coming to the dance.
He's a little more aggressive. He wanted to take those last 2 shots, opposed to I should not.
Back to a 10-point Houston lead. Claxton. Well, that elbow didn't bother him too much.
It must have been his left.
Claxton is 5 for 6 from the field for 10 points. Kenny, great pass to Cato, and he flushes it right over Coleman.
And the Rockets having great ball movement. When they get the defense out of position, whoever's open gets the ball. It's one of these situations where nobody's trying to be the starter tonight, and it showed in the ball movement.
Iverson puts up the jumper and hits. Iverson with 30 points. This is the 14th time this year that Iverson has 30-plus points.
Timeout, Houston.
Oscar Torres from the three-point land.
Bill, why would you give me my propers?
76-65, Rockets up by 11. Iverson takes it to the glass. Iverson with 32 points.
It means nothing when you lose. I had 57 one night against New Jersey. We lost.
Taking it inside, and Francis looked like he got something jammed on his hand. Did you see Kobe Bryant with 56 points last night?
No, I did not. Who they play?
Memphis. And Elvis must have been playing defense on him. Iverson taking it to the middle, and a whistle and a foul is called on Houston. But he had 56. He had 36 in the first half, just 1 point away from Elgin Baylor.
But it's interesting because, of course, Shaq was not there. He's on vacation for a couple of games.
Kobe got a few more shots.
He took a few more. 56.
Yep. That's the third team foul on the Rockets. Billy already in the bonus. Tipped outside. Iverson misses everything. Good defense by Houston. Well, they're surrounding Mobley now. Gives it up to Steve. Back to the Cats from behind the line. Short. Speedy Claxton takes off.
Good pickup.
He does his Allen Iverson imitation.
The Rockets backed over until they're afraid to foul.
That Speedy Claxton's getting on my nerves. 12 points. 6 of 7 coming off the bench. 12 points in 15 minutes. 1:35 left. Cat to the basket. Quick as a cat.
He brought his A game tonight.
19 points for Mobley, 18 for Thomas. Iverson again to the basket for 2 and maybe 3 as he's fouled on the play by Cuttino Mobley.
Fouls on Cuttino Mobley, his second. Team's 4th. Iverson at the line is shooting.
You know, I like the way Cuttino talks to the officials. Went over there to Dick Bavetta, asked him nicely. When Bavetta gave him the answer, he tapped him on the behind and took off.
Well, there's nothing else you can do. The play's been called.
So Iverson now with 35 points. 78-72, Houston by 6. Stevie tried to go through 2 players. That won't happen. Harpering the other way. Missed it, and a foul is called on the Rockets. Called on Steve Francis.
Now, Steve has got to understand, he's the star of the team. So wherever he goes now, he's going to run into the double and triple teams. So he's got to be very careful on where he takes the ball on the court, because if he takes it to the sidelines, they're going to trap him.
Well, and plus, when you go behind the back with the ball on a double team, that's almost impossible to do that.
Well, but you know what? He had 1 or 2 things to do. Go behind his back or pick the ball up, trap with his back to the basket. So the problem is getting caught in that situation from the beginning. Stay in the middle of the floor.
Matt Harpering misses the free throw. I was just about to brag on him. Such a good shooter, but only a 76% shooter from the free throw line. Interesting, huh? Five-point game. Eddie Griffin has checked in now for Houston. Iverson really giving Cuttino a lot of body.
Which is a foul, by the way.
Iverson's getting away with murder.
You got that right, G. I'm glad you said that, Bill, because I was going to make the statement. I was afraid I was going to be all by myself.
Oscar Torres from the deep corner.
Welcome back, Big O.
Playing his best game in the last several weeks. And boy, they needed him tonight. Oscar with 8 points. Iverson with the jumper, and he fills it up. Allen Iverson, 37 points. But his team trails by 6.
Now, don't get caught on the sideline if you're going to play a 2-man game, because they're going to trap it. Here's the trap. Move the ball.
Cato.
Big fella.
Helping Cato.
And talking noise on the way down.
11,
I hear you, big fella.
11 points, 5 rebounds. 6 seconds down to 5. You know who's going to take it. Cato knocks it away. Stevie's got 1 second, and he's called for traveling. Well, it was worth the gamble. 0.7 left.
He tried to take 1 extra step to get that ball up.
Yeah, he looked like me on the fast break.
Nobody looks that bad.
Oh, come on, Murph. They never called mine fast break. I called it the slow break. And a good third quarter for the Rockets. Here we go to the final 12 minutes. Rockets 83, the Sixers 75. The Rockets with 4 players in double figures. Kenny Thomas with 18, Mobley with 19. 11 for Cato and 11 for Griffin. And Griffin really only played in the second quarter. He's in the game now, so it'll be Eddie, Moochie, Steve Francis, Oscar Torres, and Kelvin Cato. Corey Blunt will be on Cato. McKee will match up with Torres. Claxton, Iverson, and Harpering. So that's the way we'll start the fourth. Double team on Moochie.
Watch the trap on the sideline. Watch the trap on the sideline.
What in the world? Where was he going? He just had his head down like a bull in a china closet.
Well, I'm going to tell you one more time in case you wasn't listening, Bill. If you bring the ball down the sideline, it's an automatic trap. You take the ball to the middle of the floor, force the defense if they're going to trap you to do it in the middle. Right now, stop right here. Here's 1, 2, 3 defenders, and your man is in your way, so where you going?
Well, he went to the bench and called a 20-second. He had to push,
push Steve out of the way.
And he got a 20-second timeout out of it, so the Rockets blow their 20-second timeout out. You had to use it early. I hate to do that early, because you know late in the game you can really use that 20.
No, you can't. They become important when you have a close game.
Back to Eddie. Nice little fake on Iverson. That gets him free, and he's short. Stevie puts it back for Cato. Cato just a man possessed tonight. 13 points and 5 rebounds, and he's coming off a double-double in his last game.
That was a nice pass he's ever been for.
Yes, he did. Iverson. He misses finally, and Eddie Griffin yanks it down.
I would make Iverson play defense every time down. He doesn't want to play defense. He'll play matador defense against you if you take the ball to the back.
Eddie to Oscar, 7 on the shot clock. Harpering comes out. That's good defense by Philly. Rockets now have to go to the basket. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Lucci got it up on the rim, and getting it back is Steve, and a fresh 24 for Houston. Good hustle.
All right, spacing is going to be the key.
Steve will put up the J, misses, and a jump ball. No, they're going to call a foul on Oscar Torres. Looked like Oscar got in there and got the jump, but that's not the call. Oscar now with his 4th personal foul of the game. He has 8 points in 14 minutes.
Yeah, I like this combination that Rudy has on the floor right now, especially defensively. You have 2 shot blockers out there right now for any penetration. They can come over and support.
Claxton baseline drew the foul from Mucci Norris.
That's his first.
That's the first foul on Mucci, the 2nd team foul on Houston to start the quarter. And Kenny Thomas now will come in for Kelvin Cato. Cato goes out with 13 points and 6 rebounds.
Played well while he was out there.
Cato had 12 points and 10 rebounds against Denver Saturday night.
I tell you, Speedy's been an intricate part of what's happened today. He's put a lot of pressure on the Rockets defense coming off that bench.
Yeah, he was drafted. He was the 20th player taken in the first round of last year's draft, and hurt his knee in preseason. So he's considered a rookie this season in all of his statistical categories. Speedy's from Hofstra, 85-77. Double team on Mucci. Kenny, great backdoor play to Steve. 8 points for Francis.
See what happens when you keep on close to it?
Yep.
You can do anything. You can get backdoors.
Especially if you're going to double out high like they're trying to do. And Kenny Thomas has been a demon on the boards. He's got 6 now. Rockets with 37 rebounds to only 23 for Philly. Eddie Griffin takes it to the hole and missed it.
He was ready to back out of there thinking he was going down. I like the fact that the Rockets are trying to establish an inside game, Bill.
Griffin and Mutombo down low. Iverson turns the corner. Reversal. Missed it. Tipped up and in by Mutombo. Mutombo with 6 points, 6 boards. 8-point Houston lead. We played almost 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Eddie's wide open. Shoots a 3. He took his eye off.
He hesitated.
Yeah, he looked to see who was coming out on him. McKee with a long jumper. So Aaron McKee off the bench with 8 points. 6-point Houston lead. Stevie gets it back out. Lucci will fire up a 3. That's way off the mark. And McKee with a rebound. Iverson on the run. Contact and a charge on Iverson. Rockets up by 6, had led by as many as 11. Eddie's open this time. He checks it out, hits right off the back of the iron. We have a double foul call on Kenny Thomas and Matt Harpering.
Well, Harper's been grabbing and holding on to Kenny so long. Kenny just had enough of it.
That's the third foul on Kenny Thomas. Harpering with his first. So we'll jump it up, and Mutombo's the early favorite, even if he doesn't leave his feet. Murph, you could paddle down Buffalo Bio in those shoes Mutombo's got. Not miss a beat. Traveling called on Allen Iverson. And a delay of game is whistled on the Sixers. Iverson carried the ball down the court. .750 left to play. Moochie on the isolation. Griffin tries to set a pick. Oh! Moochie thought Griffin would go back to the three-point line. He went all the way to the basket, and he threw a pretty pass right to the official.
Somebody got to match up quickly with the ball and with Iverson. Iverson wants a shot. Anytime he's called for violation, he wants to take control of the ball in that situation.
Back out to Speedy Claxton. Man, that guy doesn't miss. 16 points for Speedy Claxton.
I thought you told me his elbow was hurting, Bill.
They said he had a contusion. That must mean it's good. Stevie puts up the jumper. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. The foul is on Iverson, and that's his third foul of the game. So Eric Snow will come in for Aaron McKee.
Steve Francis will go to the line and shoot.
Steve Francis will shoot 2. This is the first trip to the line for Steve. They were doubling him early in the game, so he was content to give it up. He has 8 rebounds and 6 assists, but the Rockets now are only 7 of 14 from the line for a measly 50%, and that ain't gonna get it.
Not at all.
With better concentration, that's 9 for Steve. Rockets up by 5. Iverson gets it inside, lays it up and in. Iverson with 39 points. If you're wondering, his season high is 40. His career high is 54. 8-1 Sixer run. Kenny Thomas in and out.
Well, all Rockets got to do right now is keep their coins. You know that the home team's going to make a run eventually.
Claxton, Snow, Harpering in the corner. Three-pointer won't go, and Francis with the rebound. And Stevie now with 9 rebounds and 9 points, 6 assists.
He has not had the kind of shooting game we expect of him.
Foul on Harpering. So for Matt Harpering, that's his second foul of the game. That's the second team foul on the Sixers. So if you take a look at the shooting percentage by the quarter, Rockets got to get it going here in the fourth now.
Sure they do.
This is not the time to go cold. Eddie Griffin, set, fires, hits another three.
That young man is cold-blooded.
Yes, he is.
And his teammates have confidence in him now because they're giving him the ball at crucial times of the game.
4 3-pointers for Eddie Griffin tonight. Big three-pointer by Eddie Griffin, giving the Rockets a 6-point lead. Here's our gallery furniture immediate delivery replay. And it's Kenny Thomas setting up Steve Francis, who walks in the back door. Nice pass by Kenny. Now the Rockets need some defense. Iverson to the basket and missed it. Who do you think changed that shot?
Let me who's on the floor. Could it possibly be Coutinho?
No.
Stevie?
No.
Moochie?
No.
Kenny?
No.
Eddie.
You got it. As good as a block. Moochie walks it in. Got the rebound. Back out to the Cat. Fires up a three. Coutinho, Mobley. Back-to-back threes. Griffin and Mobley. And the Rockets extend the lead back to 9. Mobley with 22 points. 2 big shots. 5:10 left to play. Still a ton of time. Iverson again to the basket. And a foul on Coutinho Mobley. Iverson will go to the line. Everybody talking to the officials after every
they feel as though every now and then they bail Allen out. Allen jumps into the forest with no place to go, and then he ends with the foul line.
Well, he goes to the line. When he's healthy, he'll go to the free throw line as many times as anybody in the league. Iverson, in his young career so far, that's what he has been able to do. And
I didn't realize he was MVP of the All-Star game.
Oh, yeah. Steals, Rookie of the Year, coming out of Georgetown. No one knew if he'd be physical enough. That's a new season high now for Iverson, 41 points.
Everybody talks about this, that, and the other thing. They said I was too small. The experts who never played the game always is trying to figure out some negativity to write about. You can either play, you got the talent, you got it.
Eddie Griffin, little fake. Back to Moochie, who's wide open. He's way off the mark, and Harpering with a rebound.
Mutombo made him change that a little bit. Running out at him defensively.
4:38 left to play in the game as Iverson gets it right at the three-point line. He and Moochie now going head-to-head. And ball did not go, but a foul is called on Moochie Norris. That's the 4th team foul, the second on Moochie, the 4th team foul on the Rockets. So the next foul now by the Rockets will send the Sixers to the line.
What the Rockets are going to have to do, because if you're going to play Iverson one-on-one, he's going to get you in foul trouble. They're going to have to trap him now, make him get rid of the ball.
Sixers have only 2 team fouls with 4.5 minutes left to play. Now, if something happened to the clock, they want to put 4:31 on it rather than 4:30. We'll set it up back to Iverson.
There you go. Make him get rid of the ball. Make him get rid of the ball.
Mutombo plays volleyball with himself until Eddie Griffin says that's enough of that stuff.
Talked about trapping Iverson, and that's exactly what Rudy said to do. If he gets caught in that corner, everybody abandon your post and go and help. Griffin
has 7 rebounds to go along with 14 points now. 4:05 left to play in the game. Stevie will fire a 3 off the mark. Ball goes to the Sixers. Well, Steve having his worst shooting night that I can ever remember. 4 of 16, but he still has 9 rebounds and 7 assists.
And the Rockets are still winning.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
That's exactly right. Iverson with a new season high in his hip pocket. Takes it to the middle, and the foul. They bail him out, and the basket count.
Oh, my goodness.
Foul is called on Moochie Norris.
Team's 10th. Claxton will go to the line to shoot pool.
That looked pretty good to me, Murph.
Well, what you think when I think about $1.29 this loaf of bread?
This is the 36th time in Iverson's career that he's had 40-plus points in a game. 36 times. Of course, when you look at how many times Wilt Chamberlain scored over 50, it pales in comparison. Rockets trying to hold on to win. Timeout on the court with 3:42 left to play. Well, Allen Iverson with 44 points now, trying to lead the Sixers to victory. Rockets holding on to a 4-point lead. 3:35 left to play in the game. Kenny Thomas with 8 on the shot clock, draws a double team. Swinging around to Steve. Steve to the middle, floats it up, missed it. Mobley got it back, put it up, tipped up by Eddie Griffin, missed it. Tipped up by Mobley, missed it.
Okay, now everybody got to get back in
Sixers.
transition quickly and match up.
Down to Aaron McKee. McKee bullies his way in, back outside. Eric Snow puts it up and in.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's dead eye dick from that range, isn't he?
94-92, Rockets by 2. 2:50 left to play. Somebody needs to step up and make a basket for Houston. Kenny Thomas turns on Hart.
All right.
And Claxton and Francis square off. Didn't see what happened there.
Claxton was holding him.
So it was it happened away from the ball. They kind of got in each other's face. There's Kenny, there's Harpering with the foul. And up to the right side.
Now, see, that's what the good officials do. Dick Preventer, cool the heads down by getting the timeout. Give everybody a chance to relax. Don't throw anybody out.
Well, he shouldn't. I don't think there was anything to throw anybody out about. They just got up in each other's face and shoved each other, but there wasn't any kind of a swing. Well, did you see where? Now there it is right there. There's just shoving. Just shoving. So it's a hotly contested game, and tempers will flare. The main thing is we go back to the action now, and Kenny Thomas, Calvin, with 2 big free throws coming up here. Kenny has 18 points, but he's 0 for 2 from the line. Remember, Calvin, we're in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love.
Well, they must have forgotten about that title, huh?
Well, as soon as lightning hit Benjamin Franklin's kite, that brotherly love stuff was over with.
I want to know who put the crack in the Liberty Bell. He wasn't too brotherly lover either.
Could have been somebody out here. 2 pressure free throws by Kenny Thomas. He has an even 20 points.
Well, obviously, everything boils down to defense right now for the Rockets. They're up by 4. They don't want to get themselves in situations of a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Need a couple of stops. Iverson fires up a 3, and he hits it. He doesn't take very many. He's only a 25% three-point shooter. That's his 500th career three-pointer for Allen Iverson, and a foul on Harpering. But it's only the 4th team foul on Philly. The Rockets will get the ball out. So both teams now are in the penalty the rest of the way.
Now remember, the Rockets are only up a point, Bill, after that three-pointer. So they've got to, right now, score.
.218 left to play in the game. Mobley will bring it in. Down to Kenny again. Double team on Thomas. Back to Mucci. Eddie Griffin. Stolen by Iverson. Iverson all the way to the hoop for two. Allen Iverson with 49 points, and the Sixers lead by 1.
Well, the Rockets going to be their own demise by being careless with the basketball.
Nine on the shot clock. Stevie to the basket. Missed it. Fast break. Claxton. Iverson. Back out to Snow, and they'll slow it down. Sixers lead by 1. 1:33 left. Iverson to the basket. Missed it. Tipped up in the air, and the littlest guy out there gets the rebound.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That might be the biggest play in the game right there, Bill.
1:20 left. Still plenty of time.
All right.
Rockets need a stop.
Now, you know Iverson can beat you. So make somebody else beat you by double teaming Iverson and make him get rid of the ball. All right, trap.
Iverson back outside to McKee. And a 24-second violation on the Sixers.
Defense. They made Iverson get rid of the ball. They switched. They didn't allow anybody to get a wide open shot.
Now we have a timeout taken by the Rockets. 1:03 left to play. When we come back, Houston will have the basketball, trailing by a point. Timeouts remaining now. The Rockets still have one. Philly with 2 plus a 20, and both teams are in the penalty.
Well, the Rockets have missed 6 in a row, Bill,
Yep.
and had a steal. So 7 possessions, nothing out of it. Right now, they have got to buckle down and make sure that they get something out of this possession, a field goal or going to the foul line. They're only down a point, and they still got 24 seconds to work with.
All right, let's see what Rudy mapped up. Lucci outside. Eddie Griffin trying to post up. He's got the smaller man on him. Now the double team comes. Griffin turns.
And a three-point.
And the basket counts. A foul. What a cold-blooded shot by the rookie.
That play was called off the bench. What Rudy had them do was play a two-man game. Eddie set the pick so they can get a mismatch. He went down into the post-up position, and they delivered the ball down. Now there's very little that Claxton can do against him. He turns baseline and scores.
He knew he had Claxton on him, so there wasn't any chance of getting that shot blocked. Big free throw here for Eddie. Got it. Three-point play for Eddie Griffin. And the young rookie with 17.
That's the second time that he has bailed the Rockets out under pressure.
Rockets need a stop. They're up by 2 with 40 seconds left. Iverson already with 49 tonight.
Don't let them get 50.
There it is to the basket. Reversal. Missed it. Tipped out to Snow. McKee's got it. 30 seconds left. Fresh shot clock for Philly. Iverson cut off at the pass.
My goodness.
And Steve
Don't
reached in.
foul him. Coutinho played great defense. Iverson had nowhere to go.
So Iverson will be at the line.
Well, he's due to miss a foul shot, Bill. Come on, get it working. Get your mojo working.
Well, he's an 80% free throw shooter. I don't know, man.
There's the kiss of death.
He's 10 for 10 tonight from the free throw line. He's taken 40 shots.
Coutinho played perfect body positioning on Iverson. He had nowhere to go. That's unfortunate that he was bailed out on that foul by Steve. That put him on the line.
12 of 12. So now Rudy will call his final timeout. The Rockets are tied at 99, and the Rockets can take the final shot. Iverson, by the way, is career high appearance at 54 points. He has 51 tonight. He has scored 50 or more in 5 regular season games, 2 in postseason. This is the 9th 50th point game scored against Houston in its franchise history. Alex English of Denver got 54 against the Rockets back in 1985.
Here's the worst case scenario. Overtime. The shot clock is off. You have the ball. That shot should be taken with the possibility of going in, and if it's missed and they rebound, they have no opportunity to score against you.
But if you get a really good look with less than the time running out, do you go ahead and take a quick
Under 5 seconds.
Okay.
Under 5 seconds.
Kenny Thomas will bring it in, and Mutombo will guard the ball. Bucci will have it outside. You watch the clock up at the top of your screen. There is no shot clock. Rockets can take it down to the final second. 9 seconds now left to play. Down to 8. Down to 7. Down to 6. Down to 5. Down to 4. Bucci Norris trying to get it off. Fires it up at the buzzer and it won't go, and that was just nothing. I don't know what he mapped up in the huddle, but it didn't work. And we're going to overtime.
Now the Rockets have got to be very concerned right now that they don't get into early foul trouble.
All right, Eric Snow will start it up. He'll have Harpering in there. Iverson comes out from the paint. Eric Snow baseline. And a late whistle. They bailed him out.
I just said, you don't want to foul.
That's the first on Eddie.
Make them beat you from the perimeter.
This is the first overtime game for the Sixers this season. The Rockets have played. This will be the 5th overtime game for Houston. They're 2-2 in overtime.
Now, Eddie got the foul, but it wasn't Eddie's fault. The reason saying, of course, because he's the big man that came over to support. Don't let your man penetrate. Alex Hannum, my rookie coach, used to always tell me, Calvin, if they beat you over the top, there's nothing I can do. But if you allow them to get inside and beat your teammate also, can't play you.
Snow gets them both. That free throw line's what cost the Rockets tonight. We talked about it earlier, but that's the difference in the game. The Rockets have missed 7 free throws.
Here's the game
20 of 22 from the line for Philly.
Ball movement.
Kenny Thomas working on Mutombo. Mutombo forced him to take a bad shot. Snow in the open court. Pass down to Harpering and a foul on Steve. And that's the 15th foul on Steve Francis.
Shot number 3, Steve Francis. That's his 5th. Team's 2nd.
Well, then I won't want to talk about this game tonight.
But you're going to have these kind of games. This is why they call it team basketball, because if you're not going good, somebody else will pick up the slack.
Well, the fact that he's playing so badly and poorly and the Rockets are winning, or in the game and forced in overtime. Harpering now. Rockets trailing by 3.
It's unfortunate because, as you said, Bill, they're going to look back at the 7 missed free throws. It shouldn't have been an overtime game. Now, you got to give credit where credit's due. Philly has come up with some big plays of their own. We talked about Eddie Griffin coming up with a couple of big plays for the Rockets. Philly has met the challenge also when they needed a point.
22 of 24 from the line for Philadelphia. Double team on Steve. Griffin standing all over there by himself. Eddie pulls the trigger. Short on the 3 and Mutombo with a rebound.
Now here's where you got to be careful. Snow's playing the point, so that means Iverson's running free. So the shot's going to be made for the shot's going to be set up for Iverson. I wouldn't lie to you folks. There it is.
Timeout taken by the Rockets. Philadelphia scores the first 6 points in overtime. Allen Iverson now at 53 points, 1 shy of his career high, and 1 shy of the all-time Rocket opponent high. The real story, the Rockets going cold in the 4th quarter with only 16 points. They had the game well in hand. They were leading by 10 points in the 4th period, but couldn't close. You've got to close.
You got to have a finish to the show, Bill.
Yep. Mobley now will work on Iverson to the middle, and he draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Now, the thing I said earlier in the game is you got to keep Allen Iverson involved in the defense. There's no way he wants to play defense. Now, the next couple of plays down the floor, if Allen Iverson is going to be guarding the cat, keep going in that direction. Make him have to pay the cost.
Tino will have one more. Rockets 12 of 19 from the line for 63%. Philadelphia 22 of 24 for 92%. And therein lies the difference in this game. We'd have never had an overtime if the Rockets would have been able to shoot their free throws, and there's another miss. I don't know, what is that? This lack of practice or concentration or what?
Well, it's lack of concentration. It's not lack of practice. Yeah, well, it's lack of both, because concentration comes from practice.
McKee misses from the outside, tipped up in the air. Kenny Thomas has it. Rockets desperately in need. Still plenty of time. 3:07 alley-oop to Griffin.
Oh, that's a bad pass with the defense all back.
Snow, Harpering, short. Right, this is still Houston's game to win.
That's right.
They're only down by 5 with still 2:48 left to play. But now you got to start making some on your possessions and shutting them out at the other end. Mobley, little fadeaway, got it. Big shot, Coutinho Mobley with 25 points.
Well, it's only a 3-point game right now with 2 minutes left, 25 left in this game.
Yep.
It's all about defense on the Rockets' part.
Iverson gets down the baseline. Nowhere to go. Mucci almost had the steal. Snow puts it up.
That was blocked by Eddie. Eddie.
Steve's going to stop, pop. And it's a 1-point game.
What did he do?
2:05 left to play.
What did he do? Did he stop and pop?
Yes, he did. A double-double for Francis with 11 points, 10 rebounds. He has 7 assists. Under 2 minutes left to play. 15 on the shot clock. Iverson with
that's a cold-blooded 3.
A new career high for Allen Iverson of 56 points and an all-time Rocket opponent high.
That was a cold-blooded 3. Steve was right on him, and he never even looked.
Mobley in the corner. Jumper. Short. Iverson with a loose ball. 1:25 left. Knocked away by Griffin from behind. Stevie to the basket. Griffin with a rebound and Mutombo with a foul. He's 21 of 42, and he's been to the line 12 times. So if his elbow needs surgery again, you'll know why.
I still like the numbers. That's the Murphyism I talked about.
You know, the Rockets, we talked earlier, too. Second period, Rockets shot 72%. They shot 75% in the third, but only 44% in the fourth. And the Rockets managed only 16 points in that fourth quarter, and that was a killer because they had the lead and the game put away. They still can win it. 1:17 left. I know it sounds funny, but you're down by 4, and anything can happen in this league. Somebody just has to step up and make the shot. Taking it down to Mobley, working on Eric Snow. 12 on the shot clock. A lot of bumping going on. Turnover, Mobley.
It's tough to play one-on-one basketball when the defense is set against you. The ball has got to be moving. And then with under 6 to 5 seconds, the ball goes to whoever you want to take a shot.
Snow with a shot from the outside. Mutombo tipped it, misses, and a loose ball foul is called.
Oh, they called offensive goaltending, defensive goaltending.
They call goaltending on Eddie Griffin.
That hurt.
Now it's going to be tough, 110-104. Rockets have to make a couple of threes. And they're going to have to do it in a hurry. Steve is fouled, he'll shoot 2.
Fouls on Kenny Mutombo, his 5th.
Well, the scorekeeper is now telling Dick Bavetta he didn't hear the whistles. The reason the shot clock the game clock kept running, because after the foul was made, the clock ran off 3 seconds. Remember now, we're not in Houston, we're in Philadelphia.
What are you trying to say, my brother?
The last time that happened in Salt Lake, didn't look good for us either. So they're going to put some more. Going to put 27 on there. Yeah, we're going to add another second.
Steve Francis in the line to shoot 2.
Steve will have 2. Now that 56 by Iverson, Murph, ties Kobe Bryant's 56 last night. That had been the previous high, so that 56 by Kobe only lasted less than 24 hours.
Well, this is the NBA. These are supposed to be the best players in the world anyway. There's nothing sacred.
Nope.
In college, one night I had 68, walking around feeling good. The very next night, Pistol Pete went for 73.
Iverson now in the open court, and Mobley had the foul in. That's the 4th foul on Coutinho. That's only the 3rd team foul. On the Rockets, you get 3 fouls, and then the bonus in overtime.
I tell you who was a big part of this game was Speedy Claxton.
Yeah, he came off the bench for 16 points. And Coutinho draws another foul. That's his 5th.
That's his 5th. Team is at 11 now.
Well, we've seen a record-breaking performance tonight from Allen Iverson. And he'll try to add to it. The last time people were putting up these kind of numbers, Wilt Chamberlain was playing in Philadelphia. You know, they're pretty happy about everything here in Philly right now. The sports fans, the Phillies had a pretty good season. The Eagles are still alive in the playoffs. The Flyers are in first place in their division. And the Sixers coming off an NBA Finals. So the sports scene here in Philly is in pretty good shape. Rudy will take his final timeout. Rockets had a 10-point lead in the 4th quarter, but then they went ice cold down the crucial stretch, and Allen Iverson with a record-setting 58 points tonight. 21 of 42 from the field and a perfect 14 of 14 from the line. Lucci fires up a 3, and that'll do it. The crowd wants Iverson to score 60. 5 seconds left. And that'll do it.